All right, guys. So we're hearing about this huge warning from the CEO of Walmart. And Americans are going to need to prepare if we want to be able to kind of handle the things that are coming at us. You see, we're all well aware of the continued threats from the likes of China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, and many other groups that I can't even remember right now. But basically, they all kind of want to take the United States down by a peg or two. In the same light, there's plenty that is happening right here at home that's also affecting the everyday average American. Something that we've seen not just with Walmart, but with the likes of Target, Costco, Albertsons, Kroger's, the list goes on and on. The problem is that we're expecting things to get worse in 2024. Check this out.
2 Walmart locations in San Diego County will be closing. I'm Sierra Encinas in El Cajon at one of the locations that will close in February. Walmart says one of the reasons it's closing is because it's not performing financially. Hundreds of Walmart shoppers and employees will have to find other locations to fill up their shopping carts in February when the Walmart off of Jefferson and Fletcher Parkway closes.
I heard that this Walmart branch is gonna be like shut down. They're gonna close it, so that's totally is gonna impact me.
Waleed is a Spark driver. He picks up and drops off Walmart orders at the location 6 to 8 times per day. He's concerned that the closure will impact his earnings.
There are 3 different branches of Walmart nearby me, Fletcher and Camino Canada site and North 2nd. So I rely on those 3 different branches to get, my earnings.
It will also impact the more than 350 employees that work at the El Cajon location and the other one in Sherman Heights off of Imperial.
This is really alarming because we're living in a reality where longevity is no longer a thing. I mean, it doesn't matter how long we've been in the game. The game's changed just so much that even big players like Walmart can't adapt fast enough. And this is exactly why their CEO is warning us. Look, we have a Walmart neighborhood market in Overland Park, Kansas, and it's been there for more than 20 years, 2 decades, right? But guess what, guys? We're gonna need to shut it down. You see what's happening here? I think it was back in 2022 when Walmart predicted that many of their stores were gonna end up needing to shut down. And I guess the writing was on the wall even back then. Now, you're probably asking why? Well, they're blaming shrinkage, and in other words, they're basically blaming these Walmarts and store closures on theft. People are stealing too much stuff. Stuff's walking out the door. Now, there's 2 possibilities with these thefts, though. Either prices skyrocket or stores will have to close. At this point, we're pretty much seeing more stores close, but I got a feeling that prices are probably still going to continue to go up for the other stores that remain open. But how are prices in your local Walmart or wherever you happen to shop nowadays? Let me know what you guys are seeing in terms of prices in the comment section down below. And since we already talked about CEOs, let's talk about another announcement, right? So this one's coming from 3M's CEO, Mike Roman. So Mike told his employees that they're freezing pensions for non-unionized employees, and they're now going to be shifting to a 401k retirement plan in 2028. Now, why do you think that is? Why do you think that they're forcing the 401k plans onto employees and basically yanking out the pensions? I want to know what you guys think about that. Now, he said that this is a tough decision and that it's going to be impacting the employees all across the nation. You think? But the good thing about this is that Mike's pension actually grew by almost $20 million over the last couple of years, making his current pension worth almost $26 million. So is it that, Mike, the CEO of the company, is good? So he's like, I got mine. You guys fend for yourselves. Good for him, I guess, right? But yeah. What a tough decision to cut off people's pensions while you sit pretty comfortably on 26 mil. So what's next? Layoffs? We've been seeing so many households pretty much get the rug pulled out from under them in 2023. And unfortunately, 2024 will be no exception. I even have a list of companies that have layoffs that are planned for this year. Let's go ahead and name off the big ones, all right? So of course, there's Alphabet, which means Google. They got all these different names for the same company. I know. They're going to be backpedaling on their hiring spree from the pandemic. We've got Amazon, we got BlackRock, we got Citigroup, Discord, Xerox. I mean, it literally just solidifies what I said just a little while ago, right? It doesn't matter how long you've been in business. This is going to be like the 2023 layoffs, but it's going to be kind of par for the norm, if you know what I mean, right? This is why people have to take this very, very seriously. If you're not looking out for yourselves, right, there's a chance that you may find yourself included in this list. And on that thought, are any of you guys worried about your own personal employment right now? Maybe you're a side hustler, maybe you're a business owner, but what are your thoughts on your own current employment situation? Are you concerned at all? And I know it's a tough question, but it's something that really needs to be answered, especially given the fact that we're in a very tight spot nowadays. And it kind of reminds me of this article that I read where it says that inflation is highest in Dallas, Fort Worth. So you guys are probably wondering, okay, that's Texas, but what about me, right? So anyway, they're saying that inflation is the highest in Dallas, Fort Worth compared to the rest of the country. Do you believe that? Serious question. Do you believe that? Because they're saying that inflation rose over there by almost 6%. Which means that folks over there are paying 6% more, if that makes sense, right? And here's a huge question mark. Are we really seeing those numbers? Like, maybe it's not just Texas, or maybe it's not just Dallas, Fort Worth that's seeing the 6%. You know what I'm saying? They're claiming inflation's lower, but it's probably really higher. So I just want to hear from you guys, because I would totally argue that some items are priced way beyond what it would be compared to, say, a year ago, right? And certainly not 2 years ago. Everything was way cheaper a couple of years ago, right? And it also says here that wages are going up, but it's not just going up to a point where it can kind of outpace inflation and the price of gas, food, energy, and other necessities, which means that there's probably a lot of households that are sinking in this current situation. They're relying on their credit cards to make ends meet. They're going further and further into credit card debt. So what are you guys seeing nowadays? I mean, we keep hearing that things are getting better, but it kind of feels as if, that's only for the slight minority of people. And since we're talking about the small fraction of people that continue to become richer, did you know that 15 million acres of land right here in our country are owned by a small number of tycoons and families? How many of you guys knew that? I kid you not, guys. So this one pretty much floored me. Ted Turner, right? He owns like 2 million acres of land here, and he is number 3 on the list, right? At number 1 is the Emerson family with more than 2.4 million acres of land. And right behind him is John Malone with 2.2 million acres of land. Now, this small list includes 10 landowners, and they're holding 15 million acres of the United States and counting. Oh yeah, they're adding to that amount. Isn't this just insane to think about, right? Now, from landowners, let's talk about lawnmowers. Someone's got to mow all that lawn, right? Now, I know, it's not necessarily the best transition, but work with me, right? So anyway, John Deere recently made a major announcement that they're working with EGO, or EGO, to provide customers with battery-powered lawn equipment. So for this fall, expect EGO's products to be available in John Deere's dealers in both Canada and here at home, with talks of them collaborating on possible products in the future. Honestly, personally, I probably wouldn't be too surprised to see those products in maybe a Home Depot, maybe a Lowe's or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, this is again empowering for the green agenda. However, just how empowered are these products themselves? You see, that's kind of a play on words with the power, since, I'm hearing that battery-powered lawn equipment just can't cut it compared to the gas-powered ones. Man, I want to roll with these, aren't I? But anyway, seriously, guys, we're seeing cold weather across the nation. This whole polar vortex thing, and it's affecting not just lawnmowers, it's also affecting EVs, especially since we're all aware of what cold water typically does to batteries. But still, local governments, states, they want to pretty much remove anything and everything that's powered by gas. But hey, maybe you prefer it that way. Do you? I mean, if you do, that's cool. It's totally up to you. But do you think that technology has advanced to a point where we can pretty much just ditch all gas-powered tools already? Now, I may not necessarily have the answers on all that yet, but do know that I will do my best to keep you guys informed and updated every single day that I can. So before I go, I just want to thank you guys so much for your time. Keep safe, and I'll see you on the next video.